Choosing the right business structure is incredibly important for your business, and it's really determined on a case-by-case basis. It really depends on what industry you're in, whether you're a professional practice owner or a general business owner. What will the business be doing? Will it be a closely held company, or will it someday go public? Does the business have different facets? Is there an operations department? Is there a separate real estate holding department? All these questions are examples of the types of particulars that may pertain to you and your set of situation that really are going to help your advisory team build the right structure that fits your needs. So for instance, if you're a dentist practicing in North Carolina, you have the opportunity to set up either a professional limited liability company or a professional corporation. Either of those are subsets of the regular corporate structures that give you a little bit of a benefit of being a professional, and it avoids certain annual filings of the professional entity, and so it can be advantageous to take care of with your advisory team. Additionally, owning a dental practice is oftentimes just part of the puzzle. Another part of the puzzle might be owning the building in which the practice operates. And that might be best set up as owned by an entirely different entity, or what we call a real estate holding company. We help dentists structure that type of an organization all the time at NC Planning, taking into consideration what the operations look like, what the commercial real estate looks like, and then how to best structure a lease between those companies that makes the most sense for your practice. So businesses of different types have different types of contracts, but they're there for a reason, and each one has a role to play. You might have an operating agreement, for instance, which is a type of contract that helps govern the operations of the limited liability company. But you might also have employment contracts, so they're to protect the relationship between employer and employee, protect your business against any potentially wrongful termination claim or something like that could stem from an employee later. You're also going to probably have vendor agreements or vendor contracts that help define the relationship and payment terms between your business as a customer and a vendor as a provider. And then you as a business are probably out there also operating with your own customer or client or patient base. So you can utilize contracts there to help define that relationship and set expectations from the beginning to help set up a successful relationship between the business and your customers going forward. One of the key considerations when you're a business owner, when you start a company, when you're an entrepreneur, is to understand that venturing into business means the creation of almost an alter ego or another entity or being. And that's one of the reasons that we really encourage the creation of a limited liability company or a corporation to be created, formed, or incorporated around your business activities, so that we can really set up a clear, bright line of distinction between business activities and personal activities. Your business is most likely going to be more involved with the public space than your individual private person is. And so it's really important to make sure that that new endeavor is a separate legal entity that is interacting with the public, that is completely separate from your personal assets and your personal net worth. This will help to insulate any potential claims that come from the public that deal with business activities from being able to reach through to obtain your personal assets. Oftentimes, business owners get really excited and start business, and that's great. That's the entrepreneurial spirit, and that's really what makes a successful business flourish. One of the things we don't often like to think about, though, is what happens in the event of a disaster, or maybe what happens at the end of the business. I mean, we're just starting it out, right? So why would we be focused on the end? And the answer is it's good, sound practice. It's important as part of the business planning process to consider those types of events that could occur. We hope they don't, but they could occur. They could cause a disaster to the business owner and or business operations. Also, planning for succession or an exit, right, at your desired point is a useful tool to help the business owner start to envision what the business looks like in the next 1 year to 3 years or 5 years to 10 years. And that exercise really helps the business owner set goals, financial, economic, business, or otherwise, that really drive the organization forward and can help set it up for success in the long run. So if you're a business owner and you have any questions about how to make your business bulletproof, please feel free to give us a call here at NC Planning. We have team members standing by, and we would be happy to help.